Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, June 5, 2022. This is a time for tuning into goals that feed your need to feel more connected with the world around you. Reaching out to others is one way of seeking out more emotional satisfaction, and another way involves focusing on some of the dreams and hopes dearest to your heart. Mercury begins its transit of your solar 8th house today. You'll be making plans and formulating strategies rather than jumping too quickly into action. It's an excellent time to sort out trouble areas or mediate and negotiate better relations, finances, support, and life strategies. You may be doing more troubleshooting than usual, and you're very successful at this task during this cycle. It's an active period for deeper thinking and understanding, and it's a generally good time for intimate conversations or consultations. You may be doing some valuable research or investigation. Single or already attached, today's astroweather is nothing short of ironic. For instance, the moon will make its monthly debut in mischievous Gemini and your experimental 11th house of associations, community, and sense of belonging in the world, which means you're more prone to prioritizing your individual freedom at this time. Mingling and schmoozing with someone in your social circle? The moon will simultaneously square off with bountiful Jupiter via your intimate 8th house of sex, mergers, collaborations, and soulmate connections, which means that despite your innate desire to socialize, a part of you is still craving something deeper. How about a bit of both? Now is the time to intuitively navigate your new fiscal plans and ideas. While Mercury was in Aquarius throughout the last few weeks, you could have been negotiating unique contracts, partnerships, and deals. Now that Mercury has left Aquarius for Pisces, you could navigate those conversations with intuition. Ask yourself what feels like a good opportunity that could transpire a fantastic payoff or lead to considerable resources. Your gut feeling could play a role in figuring out what is worth committing then following through with. Use this transit to be hopeful yet realistic. Held back by a retrograde phase, Mercury finally returns to your financial sector and with perfect timing. Not only will Mercury be here ahead of next week's full moon that will energize both sides of the financial fence, but just as he returns with the smart head for money that can start turning a sense of what's possible into a game plan. Your social life is due to suffer some turbulence. You feel put down by friends and family or even get into arguments with them. Take a critical look at yourself. Perhaps you are asking too much of your loved ones. Hold back a little and resolve the issues by talking to them instead of trying to have your own way all the time. Contact a friend, especially if it's someone you used to be very close to and have lost touch with recently. Whatever you do, make sure to stay connected. A tendency to rush into romance scares off potential candidates for your love. Such a forceful approach can have an adverse effect on the person you desire. If you're not looking for rejection, try to develop a gentler and serene attitude, then those you meet find you to be a far more attractive proposition to date. Part of your nature is to see both sides of an issue. Another part of your nature is to be blind to the issue altogether because you have overextended yourself. In other words, the real issue can sometimes get lost in the many perspectives you are able to see. This is why routine is so vital to your sign. Routine in the most basic sense. Try to strengthen your routine by exercising every day and planning your meals ahead of time. Spontaneity should fall within structure. If there's a relationship in your life that has been causing your grief, this might be the time to walk away. As tough as this can be in the best of circumstances, there is strength to be had in the vibration that is in the air today. Not every relationship you develop is meant to last a lifetime. Try to find the best approach to the specific situation, and then do what you must. Take time later to be good to yourself. At the same time that Mercury is spending his first full day in direct motion, Saturn is spending his last. With both at a standstill, it might feel like the brakes are on. Yet in his first full day in direct motion in your home and family sector, but only here for another 10 days, Mercury is giving you time to make the things close to home a priority. This comes just as Saturn is preparing for a retrograde turn in Aquarius tomorrow that will allow for a more personal review. The moon might return to your relationship sector every 4 weeks, with a chance to become more emotionally engaged, but from the start, this time there is a new and exciting kind of communication support. A friendly aspect to Mars and Jupiter, for the first time since they returned to your communication sector, is a chance for your relationships to take advantage of their new war on communication barriers. Our eyes in the sky. Although the sun is soaking up smart, airy Gemini vibes today and infusing your mind with logical ideas, there are 3 planetary bodies, ethereal Neptune and asteroids Juno and Vesta, in emotional water sign Pisces, revealing your subconscious visions. This elemental blend has your mind moving in one direction and your feelings in another, which can be pretty confusing during those important decision-making moments. But put those doubts and fears aside because, as always, the universe has your back. The confidence you get from the Gemini sun's perceptive energy reminds you that you have the thinking capacity to put all the details together when it matters most. And then when it's time to dream and take advantage of those imaginative, what if, or aha moments, those subconscious Pisces influences float in and surround you with intuitive guidance. So, lucky us. Today's planetary forces are at work in both the left and right sides of our brains and helping us cover all the bases. Make sure that you pay close attention to your health, which is all part of the process. Checking in with loved ones and keeping a gratitude list can help you see that you're progressing exponentially every day. Believing in positive notions can guide you through the energy if you're willing to let go of the past and move toward a more meaningful way of life, which is very possible today. In the morning, the Leo moon forms a square with Chiron in Aries, prompting anxiety. A difficulty expressing our emotional needs generates conflict on an inner, psychological level. No matter how we seek to right the ship, our efforts fall short, causing us to feel inept and angry. On the surface, it may seem like we are facing a straightforward dilemma, yet challenging incidents, events, or interactions are really intended to serve as catalysts for deeper reflection and reconciliation of past wounds. It is now time to take responsibility for our feelings and to stand up for ourselves. With any luck, we can do this without taking our frustrations out on those who may simply be in our line of fire at the wrong time. Aim to be as intentional as possible in your words and deeds to unravel insecurities without creating collateral damage. Following this, the moon forms a sextile with Uranus in Taurus, harmonizing our intuition and instincts. Flashes of insight occur to steer us towards new and exciting possibilities. We might meet someone in the course of the day who turns out to be a lucky connection. It is also possible that this signature will manifest in the form of an auspicious attitude adjustment. We understand how our emotions can be harnessed to work for us, giving us more bandwidth to deal with the unexpected. In this way, we consciously approach new experiences, rather than reacting improperly to unconscious triggers.